Are you looking to make the dolls in your dollhouse some cute little sweet treats for Valentine's Day? Stay tuned and see how I made these heart-filled lollipops. Alright, so while I'm filming this, I really don't know if this is actually going to work, so this will be interesting. So what I've got is I've got two clay mixtures. I have Fimo Pearl mixed equal parts with some translucent, and today I'm using Primo translucent because that's what I had. And I have Fimo Cherry Red mixed 2 parts Cherry Red to 1 part Primo translucent. And now we're going to try, I think I'm going to do 2 layers. I tried to do 4 and had to stop and start over. So let's see if 2 will work. And let's see if I can get this pushed out of my cutter without distorting it too much. Yes, that's going to come out. All right. So I got the idea for these. Actually, the idea to make the video came in the middle of the night. I saw these lollipops at a grocery store about a week or so ago. Now I've got a heart cutter and a circle cutter. Let's see, my heart cutter is a little over a 1/2 inch in diameter. The circle is a 1 inch. So we are going to attempt to do this. Now for this one, I'm actually going to cut this because it'll make it a little bit easier. And I'm hoping I'm in the middle. I think I'm close. All right. I would like to have been a little deeper in the clay, but I couldn't get that to work. Still, yeah, we're still under camera. Okay, trying to get it close enough I can actually see what I'm doing. And I don't know if I mentioned I rolled the clay out on the thickest setting on my pasta machine. It doesn't look like much yet, I know, but it's going to be really cool if it works. And I'm not too concerned about having red fingerprints all over it yet. Alright, now, I would like to have had it twice this thick because it would have been a little easier to do the compacting. But I'm going to start by just kind of squishing it with my fingers. What I'm trying to do is I'm making it skinnier and thicker. So I'm going thicker. That's the whole idea here. We're making a cane, but we're making a little bit more complicated cane than we do sometimes. And this was, with the exception of my little tiny camphor cutter, this was the smallest heart cutter I had, because I don't want to make a million of these. I'm trying not to distort this too terribly much. It always distorts on the ends though, so it's a little hard to tell what the inside looks like. Alright, now I'm getting it just thick enough that I can start to roll it. And this is going to take some patience. There we go. Now we're starting to get. Now, the next thing I want to do, hopefully I haven't lost my design. I'm going to take this red and I'm going to roll it through my pasta machine and get it down to the second setting. I think to the third. Take that. Let's go to the third. Now let's wipe the pasta machine off and do the same thing with the white. White's pretty soft. I better start at 1 though. I'm starting at 1 and working down to. Now, that's really dirty. Hopefully it won't show too badly. Oh, that's right. I'm just cutting some strips. I have no idea how many of these it's going to take, so I'm trying to cut plenty. And then what we're going to do, trying to make these straight. So I get to this end because that's a little harder to reach. And then I just want to make stripes all the way around. And it can look like a hot mess at this point. That's okay. We're not really too particular about how this looks yet. It's the illusion we're going to get when we cut it. Oh dear, I see I'm forgetting to talk. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're almost around. And then I may have to fudge a bit here in the back. We'll see. Just have to work all the way around. Just want these red and white stripes. I think the real ones actually had red, white, and pink, but I didn't feel the need to go that accurate with this little project. You can do whatever you want. All right, those off to the side. Now we're just going to roll it down like any other cane. And I just realized I forgot to get what I'm going to use for the sticks, so if this works, I'm going to have to go retrieve those. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a cut off here. Notice I'm rolling as I'm cutting. That prevents it from getting all squished. Yes, it worked! It worked! Am I the right diameter? Just about. Actually went a little bit smaller than I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm going about just under a ½ inch. The real ones were about 6 inches in diameter, so a ½ inch is just perfect. I'm just gonna, that one doesn't look as good on that side, but... And the real ones were not perfect either, actually. It was kind of interesting. They were... Some of them looked better than others. Am I still under camera? Yes. Hopefully the lighting hasn't gone really bad. I noticed it's really sunny outside my window right now. And I've got the blinds down, but it was kind of glaring. Okay, I got a little too flat there because I didn't roll it. So those two will probably be a loss. I also notice I'm going crooked in my cut, so I'm going to have to take that one off. Trying to get as much of this as I can. There. All right, I'm going to have to pause the video and go find my sticks, and I'll be right back. All right, for our lollipop sticks, we are going to use just some wire. This is some of that inexpensive jewelry wire. And I was hoping I had white, but I didn't see any white, so I'm using red. And we can trim this down once they're baked. Now this would be a cute project if you're doing a miniature candy shop or a Valentine party. Either one this would be really cute for. So kind of use your finger, make sure it's flat. Make sure you're starting at the bottom of your heart. Support on both sides with your fingers, and my hands are going to shake because I had way too much coffee this morning, but that's kind of the story of my life. I always have way too much coffee. It's flat. Bring it up. And by using your fingers on the edges, you can kind of round those edges over so they look a little more like a real candy. Come on. Come on, don't shake so much. It makes it really hard to get that in there. Okay. I'll do probably one more on camera for you, and then I'll do the others off camera. Make sure I'm at the bottom. There. So now these need to be baked off. Since there's Fimo in the mixture at 235 degrees for probably about 10 minutes maximum. And when they're all baked and cooled, I'll be back and you can see the finished product. Alright, so this is how they look all done. They're quite translucent actually, which is nice. You could put a clear glaze on these if you want to. You could use any of the polymer clay friendly glazes. I'm not going to this time, but feel free to. I thought they were cute the way they are. So there, the dolls can have some cute Valentine's lollipops to eat. In case you were wondering about this heart cutter, which still has the white clay in it apparently, it came out of this set, which I picked up at Michael's years ago. If you don't have this or similar set and you happen to run into it, I do recommend this set of cutters. There's some really good basic ones. They usually all fit in this little container. If I can get that to work back in. You get lots of cutters in this set. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it's small enough to use for cookies or for things like this. So I use this a lot. So just thought I'd mention that. So I hope you enjoyed this week's tutorial. Be sure and check out the blog post. I'll have some pictures there of the finished project. Be sure and check us out on Facebook. The link is always in the description box of my videos. Lots of discussion goes on over there. And if you make one of my projects or any minis, share pictures with me. I love to see what you guys are working on. So until next time, have fun with your minis. Bye.